switch it. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and also after we get done with the pledge, if we remain standing, we have had a retiree, Tim Brown, who was a 23-year employee of the city of Trenton from 1977 to 2002. He was a mechanic, passed away this past week, so. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll call this meeting to order at 7:01. Deputy Clerk Hoshaw, could you please call the roll?
Bond Crooks. Benedetti.
Here.
Howie.
Here.
LaFever.
Here.
Perugi.
Here.
Arzeppa.
Here.
Stack.
Here.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
this is Mike.
Oh, it's not on.
Motion to excuse the absence of Councilwoman Bond Crooks.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. That was by Arzeppa and Howie. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Okay. Next item on the agenda is approval of June 3rd's regular meeting minutes.
So moved. Support.
It's been moved and supported. That was by Howie and Arzeppa. I'm only doing this for his purpose, okay? Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item is the bid opening for the Franken Poet multi-purpose path resurfacing. And
Motion to authorize the deputy clerk to open sealed proposals. Support.
it's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Okay.
The first bid we have is from Best Asphalt Inc. in Romulus.
Got down that, Pat.
What's
You
that?
got that, Pat.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So we're looking for the bid bond.
There's a bid done.
And the total cost?
Yep.
Total construction cost is $297,000. The next bid is from S&J Asphalt Paving Company in Canton.
Bill, this wasn't something you were gonna do today, right? Okay. Bid bond provided.
Bid bond provided. Total construction cost is $291,000, $291,500, pardon me.
Okay. So could I have a motion to refer the bids to the engineer, city engineer?
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Okay. So there'll be two motions on that, Eric, so for you, okay? Next thing is the Recreation Commission, and I'd like to have you consider the reappointment of Bob Wachowski to the Recreation Commission for a term expiring June 1st, 2022.
So moved. Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll have a roll call vote, please.
Benedetti?
Yes.
Howie?
Yes.
LaFever?
Yes.
Perugi?
Yes.
Arzeppa?
Yes.
Stack?
Abstain.
Motion carried.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is for Bill Labar, Turn the Town Teal. And Deputy Clerk, do you have anything on that you could give dates and that for them?
So we have for Turn the Town Teal, it's a motion to grant permission to the volunteers associated with Turn the Town Teal, a national campaign to create awareness of ovarian cancer, to tie ribbons in the city of Trenton throughout the month of September.
So move.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. That was Rezepa Howie. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. They have done that for the last, I think, 3 or 4, or maybe even more than that. Okay, our next item on the agenda is our city administrator request to purchase cable room equipment. Mr. Church.
Thank you, Mayor. As you indicated, this request before you tonight is to purchase new audio and video equipment for the cable room and for the council chambers. We have a proposal from Tel Systems, who's the same vendor that performed work at the Kennedy Recreation Center. And we're very pleased with the quality of their work and the references from other communities that have used it. And the request is to approve the project in the amount of $64,371 from the account listed on the request.
And that is from funding from the years,
Yes, from prior years, unexpended budgets, and the anticipated revenues from the upcoming budget. I believe that's from our cable franchise fees, is that correct, from our controller? Yes.
does anybody want to make a motion to accept that so we can get this
I'll
taken
make a
care
move
of?
to discuss it.
Okay, it's been moved.
Support.
It's been supported. So it's LaFever and Benedetti. Who had it up first? You did?
I think okay. I mean, my main question was just going to be, why wasn't this bid out?
We had looked at, I don't know, do you want to answer that? Because
Go right ahead.
Okay.
If you-
We had looked at a couple of the different, because this is a specialty type thing, that we had looked at, we had a couple of them come in and just give us an idea so that we knew exactly what it was, and it's professional services, so that's the reason why we found that this company was going to do a better job for us than the other one that we had looked at too.
Okay.
Who
Councilman.
did we have do it last time?
I think it was done by Certified Alarm.
No.
was it?
I think if we could.
Who was it?
Advanced lighting and sound.
Advanced Lighting and Sound.
So you guys are that confident that it's going to be done well? That's a lot of money to spend and not have them come back and work out properly. I remember the discussion we had last time, this guy was going to be the greatest thing since sliced cheese when he came in here, you know. We had to put it in, it didn't work very good, okay? And who else has this guy?
Tel Systems, I know they recently did the improvements for the city of Monroe. I believe they also did Grow Seal recently. We're involved with that project. They are based out of Ann Arbor. They do a lot of work, as I understand it, for the University of Michigan for some of their presentations and meeting rooms. The president of their company is a Trenton resident, serves on our planning commission, is a well-known local, I guess, has a stake and an interest in making sure this is done well. We have been very pleased, speaking for our IT director and her involvement with this. We did meet with another provider. They seemed good from an audio, the rebroadcasting or putting it out over the cable feed, and what is called the TriCaster. Our cable room is a totally different component than just what the audio and the video within the council chambers is. Trying to piece all those together so we don't have the feedback and the audio, the whole video presentation both within this room and what's going out over the airwaves, and having something that's in a reproducible or an archive type of format so we can have it on, I believe we're talking about our own YouTube channel, opposed to how we are archiving them currently.
I just want to make sure that not only is it good here, but it's on TV at home, you can hear it.
That is absolutely the goal, is that the viewing and the listening experience, whether you're in the council chambers or you're watching it from home or on the internet or on a recorded format, that it is actually something that you can see and hear.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I just had the same question as Stephen about why not bid it, but
Okay, is there any other discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
don't need a motion to waive the bid then.
Pardon?
That was just a motion for discussion.
Oh, for discussion, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, do we want to make a different motion to substitute?
Yeah, I'm going to make a motion, we approve the contract as presented and waive the bidding.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Okay, so next is our city attorney, and you have several of these, Mr. Long. The next few are, this one is for the city assessor salary, second reading.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Actually, all three of these next, the assessor and the treasurer
The clerk.
and the clerk are all for adjustments to their salary in accordance with the recommendations of the compensation.
Motion to approve items I2, I3, and I4.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item is our fireworks ordinance, please.
This ordinance is up for second reading tonight. It incorporates the new allowable dates for the use of fireworks as set forth now in state statute. We request approval on second reading.
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Next item is the ordinance for vaping, second reading.
This too, Madam Mayor, is the second reading of the ordinance that regulates the place and age of engaging in vaping in the city. It's available for council's approval on second reading.
So move.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is from our city controller budget amendment for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2019.
Thank you, Mayor. Attached is the budget amendments to reflect the projected results of operations for various accounts at the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2019. It is recommended that we adopt these amendments to the budget to fund expenditures.
So moved. Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item on the agenda is our city engineer resolution to combine property at 5999 4th Street, please.
Thank you. SS Land Holdings, better known as Hampton Manor, has submitted a petition to combine the parcels of their property as shown on the survey map. These parcels are located at 5999 4th Street. Attached is the Planning Commission's approval and resolution for this property combination. And your request is, or your authorization to have the resolution signed by the clerk and forwarded to Wayne County is requested.
So move.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank
City
you.
engineer, a request to award janitorial services, please.
Okay, thank you. We had a bid opening for the janitorial services contract back on Tuesday, June 4th. We had 3 companies submit bids, and the tabulation of their cost is attached for your review. We also had a pre-bid meeting on May 23rd, and the objective of the meeting is to reinforce the city's expectation, emphasize the contract specifications, our bidding process, and answer any of the contractor's questions. Along with that, a tour is made of each facility so that the contractors are thoroughly familiar with the surroundings and what's, again, expected. We have a bid tabulation, which also includes the current contract amounts. We've reviewed these bids. We've confirmed the contractor's pricing. Additionally, we verified several of the references that they've given us. Our recommendation is a collective recommendation with the department heads, and it takes into consideration not only the lowest qualified bid, but also the contractor's history with the city, number of minimum hours indicated to be worked in each facility, and also the status of certain city buildings. So we have a list of the recommended building with the contractor, and the cost is based on the 3-year average. That's what this is a 3-year contract for the comparison purposes. City Hall is due all cleaning at $22,200. Police station And jail is downriver cleaning at $14,850.15. The library is downriver cleaning, $19,713.54. Westfield is downriver cleaning, $14,850.15. DPS building is do all cleaning, $8,160. I have no phone. And the treatment plant office is downriver cleaning, $5,123.38. So there's a total average annual cost for all our facilities, $84,897.22.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve it with one exception. I would recommend that we move forward with downriver cleaning for the city hall for the amount that was bid, $24,576.92. Though that this is, well, if there's support, I'll give an explanation.
I'll support that for discussion.
Can I ask, Bill, is the do-all also, did Downriver Clean have DPS offices too?
Yeah, presently Downriver
Has them all?
was our cleaning contractor for all the buildings.
Okay, so you're missing one if you want to include it.
Well, if they feel comfortable with the other one, I just think that with the city hall, this is a big contract. It's one of the largest contracts in the service, and I guess it would be up to the city engineer. So my thought is that the quoted price is approximately 10% more, but they are providing 20% more hours. So when you take a look at that, the other low bidder do-all, they had estimated 24 hours, and then Downriver Cleaning is providing it for 30 hours. And I think they've done a nice job. Not to say that they've been paying taxes in our city. I know that the dad's been a resident for over 50 years. So if we can give it to the local guy that provide more hours, more cleaning service hours, I'd feel comfortable with that.
So you made the motion, who supported it?
I did.
Okay. Councilman LaFever?
Yeah, it's just the, over the years, we've had a tough time with this, trying to find somebody cheaper and do it, better. And over the years, every single time Downriver Cleaning has come out on top with it. They're the best person to do it. They do the best job. And so I'd like to agree with, I'd like to see them, Downriver Cleaning get all the bids, but that's just me personally.
Do you
Based on their
want to make a
performance.
substitute motion?
Yeah, I will make a substitute motion that we award all the contracts to Downriver Cleaning.
Okay.
Support.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Human Resources Director, IT assessment proposal, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm seeking approval to authorize Plant Moran to conduct an IT assessment in a total amount of $25,500. This amount includes a minimum scope of work which amounted to $19,500 plus an additional amount of $6,000 to conduct additional work for an optimal assessment that the administration is recommending. The assessment is outlined in the proposal, but it includes assessing our current equipment and the recommended replacement of that equipment when the useful life is reached. Also assesses staffing needs, long and short-term budgeting needs, system security, and a review of our current policy and practices and the strengths and weaknesses of those policies. The funds would be dispersed from multiple funds, seeing as it benefits the entire city infrastructure. I've reached out to various communities that have had this assessment by Plant Moran, and all of the feedback I've received has been very positive. The three communities I spoke to were Monroe, Taylor, and the city of Kentwood. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to
I'd move that we
answer
move this
them.
to a study session.
I'll support that.
It's been moved and supported. Councilmember Zappa?
Yeah, I guess just, and we don't have to talk about it right now if we're going to talk about it at a study session. But the one thing I'd primarily want to know is why this isn't being done in-house.
The Plant Moran provides an assessment. This group with Plant Moran, or this division of Plant Moran, strictly does municipal government assessments of the infrastructure and all the IT areas. I'm not saying that, what we have in-house can't do some of the work, but the scope of the work is very broad. And being able to provide the how our funding should be structured moving forward as far as replacement, how much we're looking to provide council with an estimate too of what these projects are going to cost moving forward and how much it's going to cost to replace various items throughout the city, and make sure that what we have is compatible in future years with the changing IT needs and
We can talk further about
Yeah.
it, later on at the study session, but that was
That's
just
fine.
sort of my main question, so.
Madam Mayor,
Councilman Howie.
if I may, several years ago, the police, the department of the director, Nardoni, he had requested a complete audit, IT audit for the police department. It was a very extensive audit, and do you know what the city of Trenton paid for that? Zero. Very, very extensive audit. So I just think, and obviously the insurance agent, they want what's best for our city as well. So I think there's other options that are available, and I look forward to the discussion at the study session. Thank you.
Councilman Peruggi?
Yes. Mr. Laub, what other opportunities did we investigate besides Plant Moran?
Plant Moran, we had a discussion with our auditor, Bill Bricky, and he referred us to this division of Plant Moran that does the IT assessments for governments, not just in Michigan, but throughout the country. But as far as other organizations that do this, I am not 100% certain who is or who would be best qualified for that, or if there's anybody else that's more qualified to do that assessment at this time.
Well, I guess I'd have to ask Mr. Church and the mayor, would it behoove us to potentially look at that? I mean, it can be part of the study session, but I'm just asking.
I could definitely also do some research to see who else provides the service, and be happy to provide that information to you at the study session as well.
That'd be great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so it's been, the motion is to refer it to a council study session. Do we want to put a study session date on this?
Could we do after the next regular council meeting?
On the 1st,
I know I'll be here at least. I don't know about everyone else, but
July 1st?
That works for me.
Okay. So we'll have a study session. Can we make a motion to have a study session to be held after the,
I'd make a motion that we hold the study session for the purpose of IT after our regular scheduled meeting on July 1st.
Support.
okay? It's moved by Howie, supported by Peruggi. To have a study session to follow the July 1st council meeting. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I could ask one question on it. Is the request to discuss it at study session, is there any desire to have Plant Moran here to answer any questions, or is this an internal discussion?
Internal discussion.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we had everyone there we need to. Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is Parks and Recreation Director, the Organized Recreation Employment.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm requesting approval to employ Elena Sagetti as a summer program instructor for the Parks and Recreation Department. This is a part-time seasonal position, and per the city charter, council approval is required as she is a relative of our current elected official, Mayor Pro Tem, Mr. Bill Lefevre.
so move.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Deputy Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Howie,
Yes.
Lefevre,
Abstain?
Peruggi,
Yes.
Marzeppa,
Yes.
Stack,
Yes,
Vendetti.
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
thank you very much. Also, for Parks and Recreation, Westfield HVAC Unit Emergency Replacement. And this was put under you. Were you going to discuss this, or was this going to be for engineering?
I mean, I'm happy to do it. The
Okay.
information came from the Department of Public Service, the facility supervisor.
Okay.
Mr. Hogan was on vacation last week when it came through.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The HVAC unit that services the East Banquet Room at the Westfield Center is inoperable and needs to be replaced. The DPS facility supervisor, Steve Moseri, solicited 3 written quotes to replace the unit, which are attached for your information, as well as his write-up. The low quote was received from Flow Air Heating and Cooling. Flow Air supplied and installed a similar unit which services the West Room last year and is operating efficiently. Therefore, per the recommendation of our facility supervisor, we are recommending for your consideration to award the Westfield Center HVAC project to the lowest qualified bidder, Flow Air Heating and Cooling, in the amount of $14,250 and waive the normal bidding procedures in the best interest of the city.
So move.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Councilman LaFever?
What was the second lowest bid?
The second lowest bid was Temperature Control for a total of $14,416. I will say that the Flow Air, the supervisor has been in contact with Flow Air. They do have the unit in stock and can install it in quick fashion. We've been fortunate that the weather has not been, we haven't gotten summer yet, but that's, I'm sure, won't last.
So you're telling me temperature control cannot do the job now?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know. That wasn't given that information, whether or not they have one in stock, but I was given the information that Flow Air does have one in stock and is able to install it as soon as, if approval is given.
Yeah. I'd like to make a substitute motion that if temperature control can supply the unit in a timely manner, that we go to their bid, which is about $150 difference.
Okay, so the motion is to go with temperature control. Does anybody support that?
Support.
Wait,
This is going to be for discussion.
Yeah, I'm confused now.
We haven't made a motion yet. The motion is.
Yeah, no,
on
I
the
made a
flo-
motion.
Oh, you made a motion to
Yeah.
accept this right here?
Yeah, no, and I mean, right, I'm open to
Okay, I'm
discussing
sorry.
it, that's fine, but I was a little confused about the
Okay,
order there.
so you made the motion. Who supported his motion?
That was-
Okay,
I'll say aye.
Ferrugi, okay. So, right now, okay, so he wants to make a substitute motion on this. Do you have something you want to talk about before?
Yeah, just a
Okay.
question about that. So, I don't know, Councilperson LaFever, you might have better insight, but so, if I understand this correctly, we had used Flow Air previously, correct? And we've been totally satisfied with their work?
If I may, unfortunately, almost to the day, this time last year,
Right.
that first unit, whether it was vandalized or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and the units are all of the same age. Flow Air was the lowest qualified bidder that time, and they did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
They installed it timely, they provide the service, and
The fireworks wouldn't pay.
so we're kind of sitting in the same seat here. This
Okay.
time, we had an opportunity to get all 3 contractors out there to evaluate their identical units, identical service, as far as warranties and et cetera. So my recommendation is Flow Air. I had
Okay,
an opportunity to look at this when I got back today.
okay. Councilman LaFever?
Yeah. Who owns that company?
I don't know, it's under Flow Air Heating and Cooling, Inc. And I guess that's really not of my concern.
Oh, it is mine. That's actually a question.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Only because I think this person made a commitment to the city 2 years ago and didn't honor it. Okay? I just want to make sure if it's that person, I'd like to know about it. Okay?
I'm not aware of that specifically. I just know
You
of
don't
Flow
know,
Air.
you don't know who owns Flow Air. You have no idea who owns Flow Air.
I have a suspicion, but I don't know who actually owns them. I know they still operate under Flow Air Heating Incorporated, and the folks we deal with are part of that original company.
Yeah. What's that company that committed last time? Kyle, the company committed last time? The fireworks?
Molnar?
Yeah. Is the Mr. Molnar related to that company? To your knowledge?
That's the rumor I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know that
You know,
exactly.
I'm like 96% sure, okay, in my opinion, just my opinion, all right? He didn't do the city well. He made a commitment to the city for the fireworks, did not live up to it. Okay, and that's my opinion, okay? So I can't vote for $140 to a guy who made a commitment to the city and did not live up to it, okay? So I'll be voting no on it.
Councilman Howie?
Just had a question. So who's doing the service agreement there over at Westfield?
There is no actual service agreement. We have startups on the seasonal basis, and Flow Air is called out because that is the unit that they installed for us last year.
And it's in the exact same unit, so same
Yeah.
size, same everything, same filters, same everything in there. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, so the motion on the floor is to approve Flow Air Heating and Cooling, the amount of $14,250. Deputy Clerk, would you please call the roll?
LaFever,
No.
Peruggi,
Yes.
Arzeppa,
Yes.
Stack,
I'll go with yes.
Vendetti,
Yes.
Howie.
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, Deputy Clerk, do we have any late communications? Okay. And I'm going to defer to our Mayor Pro Tem, Mr. LaFever, for the authorized disbursements and the reports.
Thank you, Mayor Stack. I make a motion to authorize disbursements of $1,212,861.65.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Next motion would be to authorize the ACH transaction dated May 2019 in the amount of $1,382,616.45.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
The next motion would be to receive and place in file the financial summary dated May 31st, 2019, the schedule of investments and cash on hand dated May 31st, 2019, the Civic Commission minutes dated May 6th, 2019, the Historical Commission minutes dated May 13th, 2019, and the Fire Department and Police Department report, both dated May of 2019.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Do you have anything else?
That's done,
Okay.
thank you.
Our first person tonight is Councilman Peruggi.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I received an email, I think, as well as some council, as well as some city officials, as it relates to the flooding on Theodore. Where are we at with that, as far as helping that resident out?
I can't say we're anywhere. We haven't been able to figure out what it is. We haven't been able to figure out the problem. Does Mr. Hogan, do you have anything you want to say? Because we're right at the standstill. We don't know. Everybody's, pointing
That's
at
a-
each other's
yeah.
fingers at each other, but,
I hear city, state, county, I mean, I'm just trying to help the resident as far as how do we help him?
I don't know if we can specifically help their property. The county's been in contact. We strongly feel that there's issues with 4th Street, the drainage on 4th Street, that there's corrections that should be made. Contacts have been made with them, and we have not seen any progress made in that
Have we
end.
gotten any correspondence back from them saying that they acknowledge or don't acknowledge that there's an issue?
They're well aware. Their barrels are on 4th Street on certain catch basins that have caved in.
For 2 years now.
Yeah.
Is it-
Our sewers are clean.
Okay.
They're half full of water because of the high lake levels, and if you add 2 or 3 inches of rain within an hour, that street's gonna flood. And as pretty much everyone's witness, when it stops, it recedes. Unfortunately, it does overflow the curbs and the sidewalk where this home is. Outside of putting sandbags around their house, there isn't really much we can do at this moment.
Did he give an ETA when they plan on fixing 4th Street?
No.
Is that, you said that was county or state?
West Road's a county, 4th Street's a state.
So is there anything Ms. Dingle can do for us?
Well, that's federal. You talking about Mr. Camilleri?
Yeah.
We can check with him to see if he can put some pressure on him, but at this point in time, we've contacted them, but I'll contact him personally tomorrow. Because I don't know what else to do. I mean, it's not,
Well, I just feel compelled that we owe the attempt to this resident. If they're reaching out for us and numerous times, I just, I'd rather have this sit on somebody else's shoulders instead of sitting in ours, and it makes it look like we're not doing anything.
I will call the lady that I have connections with at the state tomorrow, so that, see if there's anything they have looked at or done to see what can be, accomplished.
Thanks, Bill, appreciate it. As it relates to, have you seen the correspondence about vaping from some residents as far as the location of where it's at and concerns about that?
I will let you know, I just got a report from the landlord, and he gave me a report that they had done a sting on there and nothing to report. So they're doing stings on the operation just to make sure, but he told me that he would not put up with that. So, and the owner or the tenant knows that it won't be tolerated.
Okay.
Councilman Fever?
Did the police tell you they're doing a sting, or did the owner tell you that?
No, I got a report.
Okay, from the police.
No, it wasn't, I don't believe it was from police, it was from somebody else that, I can give you a copy of it.
It was from SUDS, I
From sides.
Oh, Suds?
the unit that oversees that.
Got it, okay.
I believe that was an information item in the packet.
Yep. Is it there? Great, thank you.
It is Suds.
That's all I have, Madam Mayor, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Howie?
Just wondering if perhaps the administration can give us a little update, what's going on with the hospitals, or something that we could share with us as well as the
I'm not
residents.
sure there's anything you can give.
It's a very frustrating process. There was another meeting with the facilitator last week. We are in court-ordered facilitation. It might be hard to ask as far as having patience or faith in the city and our legal representation. This is truly caught up in the courts right now, and through a facilitation process and trying to go through that neutral third party who's trying to truly facilitate a common ground. I assure you we are moving as aggressively as we can through the courts. And we are trying to ensure that there's compliance from everything from property maintenance, upkeep of the property, within the confines of what we're allowed to do within the circuit court appointed facilitator.
Is there any potential timelines that you could share with us?
I believe there are, the facilitator has ordered weekly updates for the next 2 weeks in efforts of trying to reach some agreement. There was an interim agreement that was reached probably just over 60 days ago that we feel was not honored by the other party. That's when it went back to the facilitator.
Surprise.
Yes, yeah, it has been extremely frustrating for all.
Okay, on a similar question for a different site, do we have any potential update what's going on with the DT site, Trenton Power Plant? Has there been any discussion at all with the folks from that?
No.
No, we have not heard anything on that.
Supposed to have I don't know if it's been confirmed, but we're supposed to have a meeting tomorrow on railroads, but not anything to do with the site. Because of the train that was blocking the Lathrop.
Okay, maybe can we reach out and ask them that perhaps they give us an update what's going on? Because from what I'm hearing on the street right now, it's not real favorable. It could be sooner than later. It could be just, he said, she said, but I just think it has a direct impact on obviously our general fund. So, and the last thing is, what about anything update on McLeod Steel that you can share with the residents? I know we had a good update last month.
Are you talking as far as the process and the environmental?
Yes.
I have not received any updates since then, but have not received any negative news or updates either, so.
No news is good news there then.
That
Thank
is
you.
correct.
Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember Zappa?
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback, and it might not even be a question that can be answered, but you'd mentioned that there was an agreement that we thought we had roughly 60 days ago that was not honored. Is that of our opinion solely, or has that been the opinion of the court so far? Or has that even gotten to that point yet?
I cannot speak for the courts. I can tell you, our attorney representing the city on the Riverside Hospital matter was in agreement with city administration, everyone involved from the city, that we felt there was a breach. Our attorney absolutely felt there was a breach, reached out to the facilitator, and there was a meeting held at the facilitator's office last Thursday. And then that, I cannot speak for the courts, whether they feel, or even for the facilitator, if she felt there was a breach.
Okay. That was actually, the only question I had was an update related to that. So nothing further for me, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Councilman Benedetti?
Well, you're both going to hate me now because I'm going to make a motion. We have a closed study session after this to discuss legal matters about Riverside. Because I want to hear from the people that were there, where are we at with it? Not, well, we think we have something. It's not, trust me, it's not. I know we can't talk about it. So I want to hear
I respect
exactly what was happening last week.
Or,
Okay, it's moved by Benedetti, supported by Howie, to have a closed session after this meeting. Is there any discussion? We'll need a roll call, please.
Perugi,
Yes.
Arzepa,
Yes.
Stack,
Yes.
Benedetti,
Yes.
Howie,
Yes.
Fever.
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
Thank you. Anything else, Councilman?
Sure. Why not? Mr. Hogan, we talked about the air conditioners. You said you do the startup with Flow Air, and they do preventative maintenance on them when they look at them, right? They're telling us that they think they're going to last, how long they'll last. Are we doing that with all of them in the city so we don't have another one that, oh, hey, look, we got to repair it, replace it now? I know last year's was a fluke thing where somebody may have shot it to take it out of service, but, I mean, are we doing preventative maintenance on this stuff?
And we replaced the filters. This building's serviced by Gein Misler, because that was the system that they put in.
Okay.
It's 20-plus years old. It was
Okay.
on the list
Yeah.
from the feasibility, so it's not a surprise.
Okay,
So I would expect number 3 to go soon, too.
great. Okay. The other thing is that I know people are complaining about the grass, and I know it's horrible, but please, as the residents, be patient with us. They can't take those big old tractors on those fields. They'll just sink them. Look at Ford Street, the job they're doing there. I know we'll get the grass cut. We're working on it. I know you told me that, Mayor. So I'm just asking the residents, be patient with us. Slowly but surely, they'll get it done if it ever quits raining.
The grass cutters are like ponying up to help the other grass cutters get the jobs done, so,
Okay, cool.
yeah, that's pretty.
And last question is, some people have asked me, do we have like a set guidelines when the pool's open during the summer? I know we open on Memorial Day and stay open till Labor Day, but do we look to say, you know, it's gonna be kind of crappy out today, do we really need to be paying all these people to be out here and leave it open, or how do we do that with the pool?
The pool actually opened regular season on Friday. Sorry. But we do try to open and stay with our schedule. This past weekend, and when we have events as well, because we had birthday parties and things scheduled, so we try to be able to keep things open. We look at the volume of people that are there, where if we don't need a absolutely full staff with extra people, we look at our staffing levels. Obviously, we have to have a minimum staffing level when we're open, but we do try to open. But if the attendance is very low, then we will close early. We will notify patrons of that fact. So we do look, to
Okay.
keep a handle on things.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay.
Can I just ask a quick question on that?
Sure.
What Joanne's there? So, thank you. So what is our staffing levels during normal summer days?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but I think it's about 16 lifeguards that are required, 12 to 16. There's certain, because of our type of pool that we have, we have to staff, we have minimum staffing requirements per the state regulations for outdoor pools. So we have to be able to man certain sections. Now, we have in the past closed certain sections of the pool where we don't allow patrons in if that's, if need be, but there is a minimum that we have to have on staff.
And then if there's holidays or peak periods, then we bring in, you said
We bring in
extra?
additional staff, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else for Joanne? Okay. I have a few things here, so be patient with me, okay?
Madam Mayor. That's okay, no, go ahead. I don't mind following you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you your chance,
No,
did
it's
I?
fine.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
no, go ahead,
Go
you're
ahead.
first. No, you're first.
I might say what you're gonna say, you won't be happy. Let's find out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're needing volunteers to help clean up the park after 4th of July fireworks. So if you enjoy fireworks and you want to, you'd like to continue them, we're having massive problems with our guys having to spend all day trying to pick up the park because people don't throw their stuff away. So they'll be meeting at 8 o'clock on July 5th. So if anybody can put that on their calendar to help us pick that up, that'll be great. You can bring your kids. It's just just trying to see if we can get some help with that because it is very extensive. People do not. They tell me the worst thing is diapers. People leave diapers there. So please, if you're going to be using our facility, please use the trash cans that are there, and then that'll help us get it cleaned up the next day. And they'll be meeting at Rotary Park at 8 a.m. Next thing, I'd like to open it up for Westfield. Reservations are now open for the 2020 year. If you looked or you were going to have some kind of party, we are taking reservations. That includes the graduations, showers during the prime times, which is May, June, July, August. So if you're interested, you would want to go down and apply on Monday. They will be taking those this Monday. That is the 24th. The 24th. So next Monday, the 24th, I'll be taking reservations for the 2020 year of Westfield reservations. Stronghold Church, I was able to attend. They had a blessing of the box. They have a blessing box, should I say, and they ended up, they have it out in front of their church. If there's anyone in need, there's food in the box that people can take. Some things that people can use if they are in need. So if you need something, stop by the church there. It's right in front of the church, and help yourself. But please be considerate of other people too. So it was kind of cool that they had that. Chili cook-off was this last Wednesday. We'll see who wins. With the ballot box, we'll tell. It was between the firefighters and people from DTE, so they will probably be scheduling a meeting coming up here soon. Also, the Census Bureau, we had a meeting. We need to get everyone counted in this community. Our federal dollars that we receive are depend on how many people we have in our community, so we need to make sure that everyone is counted. So please watch for that coming down the road here, because that's one of the things that's going to be coming up. Other than that, Mr. LaFever, what do you have?
We got a couple of things.
Okay.
Last week, in fact, you were there, okay? I went over and watched they had a burn over here at the parking lot of the fire station. They had like a semi-trailer, and they filled it full of wood, lit on fire. Got up to around 1,200 degrees. The chief was out there. I think we put 8 firemen at a time in the firehouse. Is that right? 8 firemen. They had cameras, and they were there for about 30 or 40 minutes. It was quite unbelievable. And I saw Kyle down there.
I just about died with the smoke.
Yeah, she stunk when she was done. We both stunk like a campfire. But it was really encouraging to see that, chief, and thank you for doing that. Make everybody more aware of the fire. Okay. The second thing is that, I'm a guy who has a lot of integrity, and I'm wondering, people ask me, I can't give them an answer to a question. I don't like that, okay? And the answer to me is, what is going on with the International Wildlife Refuge? Does anybody know what's going on there? Or is there anything going on there? Let me ask you that.
Still not open.
Huh?
It's
Still
not
They-
open.
They're waiting, they have a problem with the sanitaries.
Go ahead.
it's still not open and they have a problem with the sanitary sewer. This has been going on.
The contractor did not put it in properly, from what I understand.
This is like 3 years ago, I heard this story.
And it's millions and millions of dollars over budget. We talked about that last, yeah, it's very disappointing.
Joanne's on the board. Did you want to make any comment, or is it best just to leave it at that? Okay.
I mean, that bothers me. I made donations there, okay, my friends made donations there, okay? And if nothing's going on, well, where'd all the money go?
Well,
I'll
they,
tell you what's embarrassing is that if John Dingle, who put a lot of effort and time into putting this thing together, so did George Mans, and it really, truly is embarrassing. It's gone
That's what I'm
on
saying.
this long.
And John Hardick, who did an awful lot for that place, okay? I mean, somewhere along the line, we need to bring a thing to, find out what is really truthfully going on there, okay? I mean, is it ever gonna open? Is there a plan to open it?
well, there is, but they don't have a clue at this point. Go ahead, Joanne.
I will say that there is no one who wants that open more than the staff of the Detroit River International Wildlife Refuge and the board of directors. But I know that it's basically with a bonds company, as my understanding, and it seems that they have been able to, that there may be some movement, from what I understand, just speaking with the refuge manager. So they're very hopeful that we'll get this resolved in a timely fashion. Absolutely, you are right that it's taken a long time, that the sewer is the issue. And they don't want to give a date because they've given dates numerous times and had to back off on the date because the job's not done. I know I actually have been in contact with Mrs. Dingle. I spoke with her just last week. I had ended up seeing her a couple weeks ago at the Nursing School Olympics. She is meeting with them on a regular basis because she also wants to get this open. So I really believe that it will be open. That it will get open.
In your mind, is it even still 2 years away or 6 months, or what do you think? Just a
I
guess.
can't say. No, I don't know because I'm not at that level as far as the privy to that information. I don't know that they even know, but I know that there has been some movement that they're hopeful to be able to get this resolved and get it open. Again, there is no one who is more wanting to get this open than the International Wildlife Refuge, the Fish and Wildlife Service.
They had a major cleanup there, too. They had a major cleanup that they found over in the paint section.
Yeah.
That was unexpected, so.
I hope.
But they are still working on it, so it's not, I mean, and I have had the opportunity to see the building.
Okay.
It is beautiful. The building itself they've done a tremendous job with it. And it's going to be, once it's open, it will be a showpiece for our community. Again, I think that if we all just be patient, and again, patience is running thin, I understand that, but it will get open. And again, I had a conversation with Mrs. Dingle, and she's.
Is John Hardick still in charge of it?
No.
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 He's not?
Mr. Hardig retired.
Totally out of it? Who's
Yeah,
in charge?
The new refuge manager is Susan White. She's a native of Michigan. Most recently had spent most of her career in Hawaii, I believe. But she's a real go-getter. I think that she's really a great force to have on our side. So again, there is no one.
John put so much hard work in that place, John Hardick.
There's
and
a
John
lot
Dingle.
of, right, there's
a lot.
absolutely, a lot of people have put a lot of work and effort, and so it will be open, it will get open, it's just a matter of getting the issues resolved.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
Well, the last one, I feel sort of selfish about, it, but I'm gonna say anyway, okay? My daughter Andrea, who's a teacher, okay? 2 weeks ago, the state of Michigan came down, the lieutenant governor, Darren Camilleri was there, and they presented her with a Teacher of the Month award. And I was very honored about it.
That
okay?
was great.
And I wasn't there, unfortunately, but I was very honored. I want to thank Darren Camilleri, the lieutenant governor, I forgot his name, but he was a great guy. And me saying that, she's very deserving of the award, okay? Right? You don't hear me say that about any of my kids, okay, but she really is, okay? So I'm really proud of her. So I want to say congratulations to her, and I'm done.
Okay.
You don't want to ask about the fire?
About that?
If we have enough funding for our fireworks?
Want to talk about the fireworks? I'll bring it up.
You can ask.
2 years ago, this council, with the exception of Rick, who wasn't here, okay, we had a discussion about somebody not paying their obligation, their pledge to the city. We talked up here and said we'd be very careful about awarding a bid to this company, okay? Because he did not, he made a promise to me and the city to pay that money, which he never paid it.
That wasn't my discussion, but
Well, what do you want me to say? You can say, tell me what you want me to say.
where are we at with our
Collections.
donations, our collections, our donations
I
for
will
this
let
year?
I will let you know that we are going to have fireworks. We were planning on have it for 25,000. We now are up to 38,000.
Have you ordered?
Yes, we had to,
38,000.
or 38,000.
Great.
Thank you.
Great, okay. All right. Is that money received or pledged?
It's all been, I'm just waiting for one to come in, but it'll be here.
Okay. All right, thank you. Bob, anything else you want me to ask?
That's it. Thank you for,
Thank you.
that's good news.
Okay. All right, is there any department heads that would like to talk to the council? Oh, Mr. Dalquist. First, the clerk, do you have anything for tonight?
Just the next regular council meeting is Monday, July 1st at 7 PM with a study session to follow.
Okay.
Madam Mayor, I have nothing for you tonight, thank you.
And Mike, our treasurer, nothing tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Okay, any department heads have anything they'd like to report?
I did forget one thing.
Go ahead.
I did forget one. I want to compliment Eric on doing a great job tonight. He wasn't nervous at all, didn't get flustered, you know.
Cool number?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
you
were,
go.
you did a great job. Awesome, thank
You
you.
didn't panic, you didn't do anything, that was
Yeah, I
good.
did.
And it didn't say Lefevre.
Okay, Joanne, go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to remind our residents that this weekend, there's a couple of events happening at the Cultural Center. Is the Garden Walk, which we sponsor with Moonglow Garden Club. It's from 10 until 4. Tickets are $8 in advance, $10 the day of. You can tour the Cultural Center. There will be vendors on site, and then there are 7 additional gardens in our community that you will go on a tour. It's a self-guided tour to see the beautiful gardens. Again, that's from 10 to 4 on Saturday the 22nd. On that same day at the Cultural Center is our Pollination Day from 11 until 1. Where it's a free event. Come out with your families, learn about what kinds of plants that you can put in your garden to attract bees and butterflies to help the bee and butterfly population. That's this Saturday. And then also just a reminder that the Healthy Trenton running race with St. Paul Lutheran Church sponsors is on Saturday. On-site registration starts at 7, the 1 mile starts at 8:30, 5K at 9. And the proceeds this year, they're benefiting our SNAP program, so we're very thankful for that. Also, next week is our Trenton Summer Festival. Hope you all have it on your calendar. June 28, 29, 30. We have a preview night on Thursday night. It's our stroll and roll event from 6 to 8. Tickets are $20, and you stroll from restaurant to restaurant, get a little bite to eat at each, and enjoy the setup of festival. So hope to see you all there. And one other thing too, we just scheduled it late this afternoon, so I don't even have information out to the public yet, but we have set a date for our Lions Park project. It will be on July 12th, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll be asking for volunteers to assist us with that. It was rescheduled from early May because of weather. So July 12th, 8 o'clock, we'll be getting information out to the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other department heads?
I have Joanne a question.
Oh, you want to ask Joanne? Hold on, Joanne.
Joanne, I brought before about the baseball fields, okay? You know, they don't look, neighbors, you let them grow over with weeds, where they play baseball or not, it doesn't look very good when they're full of weeds, okay? And you got a backstop there with a bunch of weeds out there. The neighbors aren't happy with that, okay?
All right, I understand. I mean, again, it's the issue that we have is that park is extremely wet. So
Which
I will
park are you
address
talking
it.
about?
Lions Park, is that what you're talking about?
Lions Club has the same problem? How about Teflon
No,
Park?
well, okay,
Taylor
I'm
School.
sorry.
The
Yeah,
old Taylor School.
okay. I was talking just about Lions, so I thought
Okay,
that you were
that's
still
what- no,
talking
I'm
Lions
sorry.
Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way we can at least kill those weeds out of the baseball field?
I will address that with the DPS department tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have to remember that Parks and Rec doesn't have any maintenance people, so they have to go to DPW, just so you know.
How about somebody spraying weed killer around the baseball diamond?
I'm not sure that's gonna be a good thing to do.
Yeah. Huh? I didn't say Roundup, okay.
Okay, anyone else from the department heads have anything they'd like to report to the council? If not, if there's somebody that would like to speak to the council, if you take your place up at the podium, please state your name and address for the record, and please keep your comments to about 5 minutes, please. Anyone?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Wait, I think someone's getting up. Were you getting up?
Oh, I'm sorry,
no.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Mike Dahl.
No worries, thank you.
Mr. Doyle.
Did Jim stay in the closed session?
Thank you, Mayor Stack and members of the City Council. I just thought I'd give a real quick update, with the weather and everything, what's going on with the schools. We are within our expected timelines and budget with the 2018 bond. Our first day of school will be Tuesday, September 3rd. So we are moving along with our bond and our work, and I think I heard in May we had 22 days of rain. Graduation, we had 231 students graduate. We also had a very successful kindergarten roundup. And again, the best way to find information, I say this every time I get up here, is www.trentonschools.com. We have a whole section devoted to what's going on with the bond and other information. We also have a mobile app that you can download to your phone or tablet with Google Play and the Apple Store. So that's all that I have to say, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. LaFever?
Yeah, are there any of the current contractors on strike, or are they all working?
That's a very good question. We, last Monday, we took the Board of Education and others, and Mr. Haley joined us. We went a tour of Hedke and Anderson, and while we were there with our contractor, McCarthy Smith, a little nervous because there was a chance that the bricklayers were going to go on strike. And I guess it got resolved at the last minute.
Right, okay.
So that's why I say we're on time and we're within budget and everything at this point. So, but that could have set us back, and thank you for the question, and congratulations to your daughter. That was a very well-deserving ad, and that was Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, who came down from Lansing to recognize her for her hard work and efforts for the Trenton Public Schools.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not,
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn at 8:03.